So there are 2 Dunkin' Donuts locations in Spring Hill, Tennessee. One of them charges me a penny less than the other place. So I know I'm a cheapskate. I mean, I like both of the locations though. It's not that I'm gonna like drive out of my way just so I can pay a penny less. But technically they're both out of your way though. Like if you're trying to get to work, they're both out of your way. Because you're not going directly to work. You know, you're going another direction. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You just go wherever you want to go, baby. Okay, so what was I saying? You had a walk away story. Did have a walk away story. No dramatic music included. Sorry, y'all. My walk away story. I didn't have anything to walk away from. Like, I was never a member of the Democratic Party, okay? If I walked away from anything, it would probably be just the whole idea of liberalism working out. But I think that I was always like somewhat suspicious of that because I've always been a libertarian. But I do think that I should come up with some other philosophy that includes like my own personal beliefs in relation to the libertarian philosophy, because it's one philosophy that I can be completely down with, especially in regards to the non-aggression principle. Oh my goodness, a dead armadillo. There are dead armadillos all over the road, and it's hilarious because, I mean, that's not hilarious, but when I lived in Texas, like, that's like their state animal or whatever the fuck. And I never saw one armadillo when I was living in Texas. And then I moved to Tennessee and they're all over the road, scattered here and there. Now I don't know why the fucking armadillo would try to cross a freeway. That just seems dumb. And like, if I'm an armadillo and I see a bunch of my other armadillo friends dead on the side of the road, I'm probably not going to try to cross that road. But I don't know, maybe they're dumb too. Maybe they're like pugs. But anyway, what was I saying? This one time, I was outside smoking a bunch of cigarettes outside of my parents' house a while ago, and this armadillo just walked right up to me. I almost started petting it, but I didn't know what it would do, so I was like, maybe I should hold back this one time. But anyway, so I've always been a pretty spiritual person, and by that I mean I feel God's presence everywhere I go. And I don't know if that's just because I'm like, I'm not a true narcissist. I know that I'm arrogant as fuck. I compare myself to the president a lot for that very thing. That's why I don't have a shitter account. But look at how tiny this banana is. Isn't it adorable? Oh my god. Anyway, so I know that I'm arrogant, but at the same time, it's like I'm aware of that. True narcissists don't have any awareness of themselves, which is kind of interesting because, you know, if they think so highly of themselves, you'd think that they'd be aware, but like they're not at all. I know because I lived with a narcissist for a long fucking time, on and off. He was my dad. I mean, he still is my dad, but love him to death. And I don't mean like I love him so much that I want him to die. That's not. These phrases are so like, it's like obvious how you really feel, you know, about somebody. But shout out to Renard Hirsch. He has this really great joke about loving people to death and like what it really means. Now he didn't go the direction that I went because, you know, I'm a much darker comic than he is. But he said that whenever you make this statement that you love somebody to death, it's always before you talk a bunch of shit about him. I love him to death! I love him to death! He needs to get his shit together. So fucking true. It's just so condescending. Like, just saying that out loud is condescending. Anyway, what was I saying? I have no idea. You were talking about arrogance, narcissism, all that. Yeah, so I guess, like, when people listen to me, they probably just, like, they see that arrogance and they think I'm not aware of it. Okay, so I might be, like, what, a covert narcissist or something like that, but there's no way that you can be a narcissist by a true definition of the word and be aware of it. Like, the whole thing with narcissists is that they have no idea how much of an asshole they really are. You know, have you ever met a narcissist that was like a really awesome person and you just couldn't wait to be around him again? I mean, narcissists are pretty obnoxious because they're full of themselves and nobody can understand why. Like, there's this motherfucker that I work with. He almost quit last night, and I really don't understand why my general manager pulled him aside and called him into the office for like an hour to talk him out of quitting when nobody likes working with him. All he does is bitch about doing his motherfucking job. I swear to God, whenever she pulls people into that office, there's some sort of portal they go into. Because it's like so stupid. There's so much drama, man. I mean, there's drama, but there is a drama. Like, it gets addressed, but with certain people, like, everybody gets along for the most part, but this motherfucker is a whiny little bitch, and of course the motherfucker's white. So, I've noticed that white people whine a lot more than black people. Mexicans don't whine at all. I could go into a political rant, but I'm gonna wait on it. I need to talk about this spiritual thing. So, yeah, so I've always been a spiritual person, but my spirituality is very, like, unconventional, okay? So, as you guys know, I cuss like a motherfucker. I use blasphemy a lot. God's fine with it. Mainly because they're just words, and they're just words. Jesus Christ. See? He didn't get mad when I said that. I'm blasphemizing about his only son. Now, a lot of people on the right, and this is the problem, people on the right, they can make fun of people on the left all day for this shit, but if they get offended because somebody uses blasphemy, or they get offended because you're talking about God in a way that they don't find kosher, I mean, fuck you! You're a fucking hypocrite, you fucking loser. Jesus Christ, don't come at me with that shit. Anyway, it just makes me mad, because there's so much hypocrisy in this world. And all that people do on the left is bitch about people on the right. All that people do on the right is bitch about people on the left. I just saw a bumper sticker. See, I'm getting excited. I saw a bumper sticker that said coexist. I used to have one of those a long time ago, when I was a liberal, of course. That's funny about it, because I'm sure that person's a liberal, but they probably can't coexist with a Trump supporter. That's hilarious. Anyway, liberals are the least likely to coexist with anybody else. They just say that because that's like an LGBTQ whatever the fuck thing. That's really what that's about. That's why the bumper sticker's blue. But anyway, I love my liberal friends. I love them because I know that they have a heart. And I can see it. I can see they have really good intentions. Congratulations, that's all you have. I mean, it just won't work out the way that you want it to. I'm sorry. But people on the right do the same thing, though. especially about that border wall. Speaking of that border wall, Donald Trump just got military funding and the Supreme Court allowed this shit. Isn't that amazing? And all the people can bitch about are the motherfucking tweets that he sent about 4 congresswomen that really obviously hate the country. And I don't think that people understand that it's not about their race. He would have said that regardless of their ethnicity, you know? Like if they were a bunch of white dudes talking about the country the way that they have, he would be saying the same shit. But because they're like black women or Muslim women or whatever the fuck, like, that's all the people are going to talk about. Sorry, not sorry. I really don't understand why people pay more attention to somebody's stupid comments on Twitter than they do like what they're doing in office. Like, I pay attention to actions. I don't pay attention to words, because words really don't mean anything, you know? Like what I was saying before, like words are just words. Like you can say, like, yeah, I'll be there on time, and then you show up an hour late. That was what you said. Most people don't go along with a lot of the stuff that they say, you know? So he's riling people up. That man is 72 years old, and he has managed to rile people up on this stupid-ass social media site that nobody should be on, by the way. If you're on Twitter, you're a fucking loser. I don't care why you're on the site, you're a fucking loser. Don't think I'm gonna take that back. Anyway. There's another site, but it's like a blockchain. It's called Steemit. Now I was looking this stuff up last night, and it made me nervous that like you can't ever deactivate or delete your account. Like once you're on this site, you are always forever on this site. Now technically that's true about all these other sites, especially if you don't know the password to your account. Like that's happened with my shit so frequently. Like I can't even tell you how many emails I have. But I still have a MySpace. I still have a Facebook, 2 Facebook accounts, I believe. But yeah, I don't remember the password, and I don't remember the email that I said send a password to, so there's no way for me to actually delete or deactivate those accounts. So it's just like this old ass version of me is still wafting around on the internet. So people can still access that account, people can still access these pictures of me or this mindset that I used to possess, and it's not what I'm about anymore. But honestly, I really don't know what I'm about a lot of the time, because I change my mind a lot. But that's what's cool about being in the middle, is that you're open-minded. And that you're able to see it from a lot of different angles at the same motherfucking time. And people cannot conceptualize this because they're so busy looking at it from one particular direction. Because that one particular direction really defines who they are as a person. You know, it's an identity thing. And so I think that's why a lot of people, you know, they can't wrap their minds around why anybody would vote for Trump or why anybody would be a conservative, because all they've heard about conservatism is that it's evil and selfish. And honey, if taking care of yourself is evil and selfish, I get that there are extremities to this. I get that, yeah, especially with a country that loves money and worships money, I can see how this could present a problem, and I completely disagree with that problem. However, you can't make that problem go away, and if you think it's going to go away all because you completely usurp capitalism, like it's just not going to happen the way you want. I'm just telling you right now. Anyway, so there was this guy, I think he was a guy, I don't know if he was a guy, he made this comment on my channel. Now, like I've said, anytime that somebody insults me, at first it's like, ouch, but then I can't stop laughing about it. And so, I think that I'm reacting right. This guy says, and I quote, because of course I memorized this, because, you know, I was like, use this in a joke, use this in a joke. And you already forgot it. I already forgot it! Shit! See how good I am on time here. I'm almost at work. It's 4:46, holy shit, I'm like 15 minutes early. Yeah, because you actually timed it right, baby. Dude, I showed up to work yesterday at 5:02. I was 2 minutes late. I'm pretty impressed with myself, you guys. I think that you should be impressed with me too, all right? You know how apunctual I am? Okay, this is what it said. Hey, God. Just the utter absurdity of this is just amusing to me. Okay. Hey, God. No. Look, God. I think it was look, God. Hey, God. Something in relation to God. God, capital G. Look, God. There's your enemy. Kind of looks like Waldo. Huh? There's more to it. Don't worry. I'm just waiting on traffic. I don't want to die. I don't want to die trying to get to work. I don't want to die because my intentions are good, right? Who am I? Who am I? I'm not gonna say. I think you guys already know. Look, God. There's your enemy. Kind of looks like Waldo, huh? Oh, I stopped it at the 1 second mark because I would never listen to the darkness coming from those lips. Something along those lines. I might be paraphrasing. If you want to see the exact quote, the video title is I hate authority, I hate authority, I hate authority, and it's the highlighted comment beneath it. So at first I didn't understand the comment. And I was like, oh, he's insulting me. He's saying that I'm the enemy of God. I look like Waldo. And he's not gonna watch my videos or listen to me because he thinks that I speak darkness. If you guys aren't laughing in the vortex, I'm really sorry for you because that's just fucking hilarious, okay? I think it's pretty funny. So, I don't know. The thing is, I have so many questions though. This is what sucks about this kind of shit, is that I have so many questions. Like what I've said or done that makes him think that. But also, like, did he just see my profile or whatever the fuck? Because I said gender bender without a filter. So he probably thinks I'm transgender. I mean, kind of, sort of, not really though. I'd never get a fucking sex change. Fuck all that. That's way too much. Too much work, too much time, too much effort, too much money. And I hate pills. Okay, it's 4:50. I got 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm always curious. Like, you know, whenever people like leave my channel, like whenever they subscribe to me and they watch a bunch of my videos and then they unsubscribe, or they leave a bunch of comments and then they just stop commenting. I'm like, what was it that broke the camel's back, or whatever the fuck they say? The straw that broke the camel's back. It's crazy a straw could do that. So much contention towards straws, you know? But yeah, so anyway, I wonder if this person is just like a troll, internet troll. It's weird. Every time I hear troll, I always think of like, you know, those little trolls. You know, I'm talking about those little brown trolls that they give kids on the internet. Like, holy shit, that's pretty serious, man. You got doxxed by a troll? Oh no. Just the fact that people take all this stuff so seriously on the internet, whether it's the president's Twitter account or it's getting doxxed on a social networking site, or it's a like or a dislike, and you know, and I realize that I'm just as guilty of this because like I am seriously contemplating this stupid ass comment that somebody made, but I'm curious and I'm also amused, you know? And that's all that you can really be, is curious and amused, without it, you know, getting destructive or unhealthy for you. But this is also why I don't do the social networking. It's just, I mean, there's so much of this shit, and people just go out of their way to fuck with your head. So that's why I'm thinking this guy might be a troll, but maybe not though. Maybe he's just a really devout Christian and he worships Kirk Cameron or some shit. I mean, I'm sure Kirk Cameron would say the same fucking thing about me. You know, and that's my precise problem with Christianity, is that it's gotten to this point where, like, and not just Christianity, I would say any religion that's like super fucking orthodox and ridiculous. I mean, I know that I like Ben Shapiro, but he's a little too much for my taste sometimes. I'll admit that. Sometimes I think that he's got a stick up his ass and he needs to, you know, remove that stick and he'd be way more likable. But I don't think that he's concerned about being liked, which is what I like about him. And he just makes me laugh, really. It's not so much that I like neocons as much as I take what I can get, okay? Right now, there's such a shortage of actual funny people that I'll take some practicing Orthodox Jew with a little hat, making really cheesy ass comments about everything, because that still cracks me up. But I laugh at a lot of stuff too, man. Like, it's funny to me that, like, I see so many comments. Like, if you want to know how stupid people are, just like go on YouTube and like read all the comments. Now I know I'm just as bad because I'm doing it, right? Right? But it's like the only kind of like social media that I do. So I give in every once in a while. I love the rebuttal comments though. Those are my favorite, when people get mad at the stuff that I say. And then I can like give them like a link to all the information that I have. And then they don't ever like say anything back. But anyway, that was my air conditioner, by the way, in case you were wondering what the fuck's that noise. It's my air conditioner. Sounds like it's working, right? Yes, that's right. I had coffee on my way here, hot coffee, and now I have cold coffee that I bought from the store for $3.16. That penny's gonna make all the difference in the world. I know. Anyway, what was I saying? It's 4:56. We got 4 fucking minutes to end this video. So yeah, spirituality. I'm a very spiritual person. And so I guess that's why this bothers me somewhat. It's like, oh, this guy thinks that I'm the enemy of God. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Technically, everything's the enemy of God at this point. And I feel like there's plenty of evidence in my life to prove contrary to what this motherfucker's saying about me. You know, like I was born on Thanksgiving Day, okay? That's the first thing. I wasn't thrown into a foster care system that's morally corrupt. I was adopted by a really good family, even though I didn't get along with them for a long time. It's just everything that's happened to me. It's like has proven to me that God exists. And just the fact that, you know, I fell off for a little while. I fell off so I could fall back in. Now that I'm in, fucking in. That's what he said, right? Literally. But I think that people have this really stupid ass idea of things. I think if you're conservative, it means you're a bigot. I think if you're a liberal, that just means you're a retard. I think conservatives are Nazis and liberals are communists, and if you're religious, you need to be like that guy. I don't think that God wants us to see ourselves this way. So, booyah. It's my rebuttal to fucking everything, but you want to know what I said to this guy? I just said, thanks! Exclamation point, because, you know, that's all you can do when somebody insults you. Just thank them. Because I shot this video, and it inspired me. It inspired me to keep doing my art out of spite. Like, I'm here to show y'all that there is more than one way to look at God, believe in God, have faith in God, let God work for you. I'm eating a fuck ton. I had a severe problem with anorexia all of my life, and now I'm actually eating. And I pray and I read the Bible every motherfucking day. For the most part. Sometimes I slip, but for the most part, I definitely like overcompensate. Like if I don't read the Bible one day, like I'll read a lot the next day, because I just feel better about myself. I feel more grounded. I feel like I actually have direction. But anyway, you don't have to agree. I don't care. But yeah. So that's my walk-away story. Didn't walk away from shit. I just discovered who I really am. And it's who I've always been. And I guess it's who I'll always be. Just constantly evolving, which is fine. But I think deep down, I'm more of a conservative libertarian. But you know, I'm really open to a lot of things, and so just saying that I'm conservative is weird, you know? I'm like, are you sure about that? Are you positive? The only thing I'm pretty positive about is how much I distrust the government and authority figures in general. So, God's my authority. Okay? So, anyway, I'm gonna go inside. Probably still be late. Oh yeah, I always forget to turn the car off. I don't know why the fuck I chose to wear this heavy ass chef coat when I could have just worn a very lightweight t-shirt. Well, it's not really a t-shirt, it's a work shirt. But this guy just gave me a weird look. He's really confused. That's okay. I'm used to that shit. But I'll check back later. Goodbye. Love ya.